Hello, Hero of Collectors here. Welcome on into another video. Today we are doing the top 10 action figures that are not Marvel Legends for 2023. Of course, this is not my top 10 because there's not 10 figures on the table currently. This is just a handful of honorable mentions. Of course, we have Ironhide, and by association, because they're on the same mold, we have Ratchet, Ezra, Bumblebee, Scourge, Jesse, and Tarn. All great figures that I wish I could have included in this list, but because of one reason or another, or just other figures knocked them out, they just didn't make the cut. Scourge in particular, he's one that, while yes, a great figure overall, I'm waiting for the DNA kits to really upgrade him, and then he'll really be the Scourge I'm wanting. And the fact that I need those extra bits to really pump this figure up, that's what takes him off the list. So again, these are some great figures that just didn't quite make my top 10 that I wanted to give just a slight mention to before we get into it. So without further ado, let's get into the actual top 10. Alrighty, here we go with the actual top 10. Let's start here at this end with number 10, Cheetor. I was not expecting to like this figure so much, but I did because I had so much fun with the transformation and like doing intermediate modes to make him like a half cheetah man or something like that I had way too much fun with him as a desk figure for, I want to say, a couple months. So he had to make the list just because I did so much with that figure and it was so much fun. And at number 9, he may not have released last year, but he's one that I picked up at the very beginning of the year, so he just squeaks by. This is the, I want to say, Spotlight series, which is just a repaint of the Alpha class Buzz Lightyear from the Lightyear movie. It's just so much fun. I wanted a good representation of this figure, and I know the SHF is out there, but this is, I would say, pretty good, and it has all the accessories I want. He's got the wings, he's got the laser, he's got socks, he's got alternate heads, hands. It pretty much nails the Buzz Lightyear that I was wanting in this form. So I got to give him a shout out just for that. Even if he didn't come out last year, it is still a figure I picked up very beginning of last year. For my number 8 pick, we have Season 7 Darth Maul from the Black Series. This is a great figure. I love how they translated this look into action figure form. It's one of my favorite looks for Maul. So getting it here looking this good is fantastic. I could not be happier with how he turned out. And let's go all the way to the back for pick number 7, Ultra Magnus. I just got him recently, and what a hefty transformer. I know it's not the biggest transformer that they've made, but it's the biggest that I own, and you can really feel the value in the transformation. They packed so much detail into him, so much fun. There are a few qualms that I have with him, a few joints that could be a bit more stable, few little tweaks here and there, but overall, I have a blast with that guy. He's big, he's bulky, he's the Ultra Magnus you would want for your G1 collection. Okay, let's do a little backtracking down here. We've got Noah. This little core class figure took me by surprise that they were actually going to make him. I was adamant that they would not make Noah in the exosuit from the Rise of the Beast movie, but here he is in this form. I do wish that we could take that sword off the hand, but it's nice that it's there, and we've got the little gun there. They packed in like a jetpack plane alt mode just to make it an actual transformer, but having him here without that, it's a fantastic figure. Maybe it could use some paint detail, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. It's a great little figure, and I had a blast posing him with Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Scourge. And now let's jump over here to my favorite clone trooper, and that's why this made the list, is Fives. Fives is my favorite clone trooper. He just beats out Rex and Echo, but having him in figure form is so great. Like, my Clone Wars era figures are finally starting to take a nice shape, and to have Fives here to go with my crew, like Ahsoka, like my Clone Wars Anakin, Obi-Wan, Windu, Echo, Cody, that whole group is finally starting to come together, and to have Fives here it's just the cherry on top. I could not have asked for a better Fives. I mean, They could tweak it, of course, but we knew what we were getting when they first made this body mold, and it started getting reused for the ARC Troopers, so I'm very happy. Like, yes, it could be better, but it's the character representation here that matters to me. I could not be more happy with this. I think I've said that a couple times now. So let's move on to my number 4 pick, Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. Holy crap, what a great Optimus Prime figure. The reason he made the list and Scourge didn't, because I do plan to get the DNA kit for him, but I don't need it. Like, I could do without the DNA kit for Prime. The main reason I want it is for the guns, just because this one's real dinky, but if I didn't get the DNA kit, I'd be fine. For Scourge, I need that to make the figure better. But this guy, as he is right now, fantastic. I still have fun despite the few issues that I have with him, so that's why he made the list. And it's just a great Prime figure. Who does not love a fantastic Optimus Prime figure? If you just raise your hand, leave the channel now, because if if you don't love a good Optimus Prime, just don't be here. And now at number 3, we have a very recent figure. This is the Ahsoka from season 3, 4, and 5 from the Clone Wars. It's a look that we needed. I wanted to pair this with a lot of my Clone Wars era figures, and this figure is fantastic. I do wish that the boot cut would have been a thigh cut on the articulation, and maybe get some alternate hands, but otherwise, I have no notes. This figure is fantastic, pose is great, and I had a blast with her. I love me some Ahsoka, so this figure was a great addition to my collection. And here at number 2, which one makes it? You can see them both. It's the SHF Carnage, my first SHF purchase, and I'm glad I did it. This figure is amazing, incredible detail. I was getting tired of waiting for Legends to make a good movie Carnage figure. I had a Marvel Select figure in the collection, but after a while it wasn't filling the gap like I wanted it to. So to get this figure, and with how good he looks, I will say the closed mouth head isn't the best, but otherwise everything else is fantastic. He moves great. He's such a solid figure to pose and stand. Like, yes, he fell over a few times, but it wasn't like I couldn't pose him. It was just, okay, I didn't have things balanced correctly, and he just kind of slowly fell. I can pose him pretty easy. He's got a sturdy base. He's such a big figure compared to the Marvel Legends Venom. It just works so well. So I'm very happy to have him. And so, number 1, he had to make it. I could not have asked for a better release of Galen Merrick, aka Starkiller. Holy shit, is my Black Series collection finally getting Galen Merrick, aka Starkiller. I could not be happier with this. I mean, I've got all the accessories here still from the pack right here. You can see them all. He's got all the force effects, all the blades, all the heads, the hands, all of that, just with this character, make it a perfect release. Yes, it was in a 3-pack that was really expensive on Pulse. That is a shame, but they did a solo release that I think is hitting stores right now, and I'm going to be picking that one up too, so I can display the other heads and hands. So yeah, this guy, he had to make the list. It's my second favorite Star Wars character of all time, just behind Anakin. I played the first game so many times. I love this character. I love his story. I love how this figure turned out. And the fact that he's got another release, and I'm looking into finding a body for putting one of the extra heads to make the concept art Inquisitor Starkiller. It's perfect. I sat for, I think, 8 minutes gushing about this figure, not even having him in hand, just looking at him in box when I first got him. And I'm still gushing about him. I still run out for words because this figure is just fantastic. He had to make the number 1. There was no other figure that could make this number 1. This was the easiest number 1 that I had to figure out for these videos. But I love him. This figure in particular is going to be my Jedi Galen. And then when I get the single pack release, he will be the Sith one. And then I'll figure out an Inquisitor body that'll work. and that'll be the third one. And then, come on, Hasbro, give me more costumes. Give me the Sith Stalker in both versions. Give me the Jedi robes. Give me the Mandalorian armor. Give me the, what is it? It's the look he has when he's fighting Shaak Ti. You know, like, anything. Even give me the second game costumes. I will take more Starkiller. And I need to stop talking. I've been going on already too much, but it's my number one, and you can't beat it, in my opinion. It's a great figure. There was no other choice for the number one. He was always going to be that for me. So maybe I'll do a number one of the year for me with all three of my number ones with him and the other two Marvel Legends, but we will see on that. So yeah, that has been the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave your top 10s down in the comments below, and I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.